Hey guys, what's up? Grecian Thunder here, aka Andreas, to answer a thread posted by Andreas, Sonic Mainliner, a few days ago. Uh, and it was a 4-question thread. Um, let's see, the first question was musical memorabilia, if you had any. I've got quite a few things actually, and I'd like probably to dedicate a video just to that. And a lot of it's like bands I've been in, like the Flyers. Like I got a lot of those, um, and I might have grabbed some Flyers from like other shows that I went saw. Um, but I brought down one thing, and this is like kind of connecting to Andreas, but. The last time I was in Greece was 1994, and my dad used to have a cafe on Crete in Agios Nikolaos, which is like the east side of Crete, and it's like in a bay, and there's actually like a little lagoon, like where my dad's cafe was. It's like really famous. I guess Jacques Cousteau at one time dove into it because there's I think some Greek mythology that's tied to it. But when I was there, it was the summer that Kurt Cobain killed himself, and I was really into Nirvana, pretty much from like 1991 on, like 1990, 91 on. I was like 13 years old, but I got this t-shirt. And I still have it to this day. Was that 17 years ago? Good God, I'm old. But yeah, I haven't seen this anywhere else. I got it in Greece, and never seen anybody on this side of the pond with this shirt. So that's a piece of memorabilia. Here's that breakdown I was talking about on the Temptations. I wish I could turn it up louder, but I want you to hear me. The next question was about movies. I brought down a few, and David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, Spiders from Mars, Hedwig, The Angry Inch, R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, parts 1 through 12, Devo, The Complete Truth About De-Evolution, Sonic Youth, Corporate Ghosts, the videos, 90 to 2002, Metallica, Some Kind of Monster, and there was a couple other movies that I watched recently, and one of them was Kill Your Idols, and it's like the story of No Wave, and it talks about like Swans, Sonic Youth, Fetus, and then it goes into like some of the early 2000s Liars and Yeah Yeah Yeahs and ATV or ARE, bands like that. And then there was another movie I wanted to recommend. Hold on, I'm in my Netflix right now. That I got most of it watched so far. Let's see here. Intangible Asset number 82. And I'll just read the description for you real quick. After 16 failed attempts, Australian drummer Simon Barker returns to South Korea a final time, looking to meet and study with elusive shaman Kim Seok-chul, a grandmaster musician, officially honored by his country as its 82nd intangible asset. So yeah, basically this guy's you know, fantastic musician, and this other fantastic musician, Simon Barker, is looking for him. So I'm about halfway through it. It's 90 minutes. So, you know, and it's very interesting thus far. And they talked to this other cat. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he practices sort of like yell singing art from there. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but this guy that he talked to before he even runs into Kim Seok is he spends like 7 years living by a waterfall just to perfect his craft, and it shows him like, and it's really kind of funny because it's like he's just yelling, you know, but it's actually really cool because he spent so much time dedicated to it. So intangible asset number 82, I recommend that one. Let's see. Next question was good gigs that I've been to. I've been to a lot of good gigs. Ones that stick out for me, there's 3 right off the top of my head. Number 1 is Jesus Lizard. The last time I saw him, which was about a year and a half ago, when they came through Portland. Fantastic. I felt like it was 1995 all over again, which was the last time I saw him at Lollapalooza '95, which was a fantastic Lollapalooza. I had Sonic Youth, Hole, Beck, Brainiac played that year, Coolio, Cypress Hill. There were just a ton of bands. What's another good show that I went to? Oh, when I first moved to Portland, they have a music fest here every year. Music Fest Northwest, and actually this year is looking pretty good. So if you Google it, MFNW, there's a lot of bands. Band of Horses is playing this year. Butthole Surfers, Neurosis, gosh, tons of bands. But I'll be out of town like I have been for the past 2 years. But let's see. When I first moved to town, I got to see at Music Fest Northwest Witchcraft, Graveyard, which are 2 bands from Sweden that do like 70s style, you know, rock and roll, and my first time seeing Donova, which I've grown to love that band. So that was a good show. And then the one, besides shows that I've played, which I've had a blast at, I would say when I saw the Meatmen play at this punk fest back in like 95, 96, around there, was probably one of the best live shows I've ever seen. And again, I haven't been to a lot of huge shows in a long time. A lot of the times I keep it local, small clubs. I think for me it's a better experience than seeing like a, you know, band in a giant arena. But eventually, you know, I'll probably have to break down and go see ZZ Top or something, you know, because I've never seen them. So, pardon me. So yeah, bad gigs I've been to. One comes to mind. I really wanted to see Mindless Self-Indulgence. This was around the time their second album came out. Because I don't think they came around Ohio when their first album came out, at least to my knowledge. I was really into them. Those first 2 albums were great to me. I think they were really quirky and very oddball. And 23 Monkey Boots actually just talked about their latest release in one of his videos. But they opened up for Korn, which I've been on the fence about. I mean, that first Korn album, I was like, kind of like, okay, you know. But then it just, I don't know, it just kind of, it all kind of sounded the same to me after a while. And it got kind of lumped in that Limp Bizkit genre thing, which those guys, I mean, their guitarist is very creative, but he was like a black sheep amongst white hats, as I call them. So, yeah, that was a very interesting show. I enjoyed watching them, but again, it was a big show. It was probably the last big show I went to. and yeah, it's just people yelling at him, flipping him off, you know, telling him to get the fuck off the stage, and just, I don't know, just kind of soured my experience to the mainstream culture once again. You know, always always testing my faith with the mainstream culture. So uh, yeah, that was a bad gig. And then I've played plenty of bad gigs where, you know, one of the members, myself included at times, were too drunk to play. There was a couple of gigs where I just basically fell and passed out on stage. Yeah, I used to hit the bottle pretty hard, but I don't do that as much anymore. I know there's an impression that I'm a druggie or whatever, but not really. I'm practically a teetotaler. So, uh, yeah. So those are the bad gigs, and that I can think of. I'm sure there will be plenty more of both, good and bad. A couple gigs coming up that I'm excited about. Gotta get tickets for. Earth is playing with Angela Spencer, which Robert Ye has talked about quite a bit, uh, and and then Thurston Moore and Kurt Vile are on bill together in July. So both shows are in July. So really excited about those shows. I'm gonna get some tickets and check them out. I'll let you guys know if they're bad or good. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be up to making a couple DTVs or double the vinyls for you. And I hope you guys are having a good week. And I'm loving all the new stuff, new videos that are up and running now. So keep them coming, guys, because I watch them like crazy. Because I'm crazy for you. And so are the Temptations. Love you guys. Or maybe I'll... Okay, I got a tagline. I'm going to say, this is for my Greek brethren. Saga Apo, vinyl community.